What's going on, YouTube? We are back with another one. So today I got something special. I went out, I made a purchase that is completely unnecessary, but why not, right? I mean, life's short, so why not? So I ended up purchasing another BMW, which is my biggest mistake, is an addiction to BMWs because it's costly. But I ended up getting a 1999 323i. Let me show you. And here she is in all her glory. Look at this thing. But like, it's a hard top. You know I'm a sucker for hard tops, so I had to get it. And of course, why not? So let me show you how this thing looks. Like I said, it is a 1999 323i. Very clean interior, as you can tell. Of course, you know what I mean? Just beautiful. Everything's intact. I mean, it's got a quick release. Yeah. So, as you can tell, I started kind of working on it already. We took the good old valve cover off, took the intake manifold off, and reason being is because we're going to pull the head and then do the head gasket. Started taking the headers out, and if this is you who was going to do your headers because you're going to pull the head, good luck. Good luck. These things might be the worst thing to ever work on a car. Or at least on a BMW. Come on. BB blaster, torch, hard top. So due to half the bolts on the headers either being stripped, and then I'd have to kind of use an extractor to get them out, and then, or them just completely snapping off, I'm going to have to replace them. So either way, I was going to have to pull the head, and obviously this kind of just helps. So we're going to do that, pull the head, and if you know anything about these things, these engines leak oil like a Harley Davidson. Like, these things are made to leak oil. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna pull everything, do all the gaskets. Now you're probably wondering, why in the hell would I purchase a 323i with no interior? That's exactly the same thing I asked myself. But hear me out, hear me out. When I bought it, it had two front seats. I got rid of the front seats. It had the regular, you know, E36 Lux seats. So the good old stock seats. And ended up selling those things for like 50 bucks. It had no rear seats. I just threw in the rear seats that I had off of my red one. And now we're here. So I bought this thing because I wanted to build a drift car. And this was a pretty good platform. So it's already got a welded diff. It's got coilovers. And pretty much that's it. And a quick release steering wheel. So how can you not? Like, come on. I literally bought it just because of the steering wheel. But aside that fact, I got it for 4,300 bucks. Which sounds insane. Yes, very. But hear me out. The hard tops usually go for like, I don't know, 2,500 to like $3,000, right? So the car actually came out to like 1,300 bucks, 1,500, whatever. It came out to like something like that, just the car itself. And then the hard top we could just get rid of. So once we get rid of the hard top, it's going to be a pretty cheap drift car. And hopefully we could, you know, kind of refresh everything. And that's what we're doing now. Pulling the head gasket, valve cover gasket, the oil pan housing gasket, the gasket for the gasket next to the other gasket, next to that gasket. So once I do all those gaskets, it'll be nice, it'll be refreshed, it'll be mint, and hopefully by then it'll just, you know, throw a rod because it does have a lot of miles. So when I bought it, I haven't driven it yet. I drove 3.5 hours to go pick this bad boy up, and it was 300 miles from my house, and it's got 225,000 miles. That is the biggest problem. That is where the problem starts. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's insane, 225,000 miles. But hear me out. The only reason why I ended up getting this thing is because I want to refresh it. Like I said, I'm going to redo I'm going to do the reinforcements for the rear subframe, do everything for the rear subframe, get all new bushings, everything. And then hopefully by the time this thing is actually ready to hit Lock City drifts, freaking wherever the hell they are, it's going to be mint. And then hopefully we'll have zero issues. And that's kind of the dream that we're following now. So we're going to do that. But I did get something for this that every drift car has. So hold on. I know it's upside down, but you get the idea. It's seats and then the brackets for the seats. I had to buy these bucket seats. So come on now. Full bam. And there she is. The beautiful Corbeau. Size large, of course, because you know your boy's a little chunky. I got the FX1 Pro, whatever seat they're called. I got 2 of these. So I got the driver's side, passenger side, and ended up picking up both of them. Brand new, not used, from some guy who bought it, who was going to use them and never did in his good old Civic. Got them for $600 for both. How can you beat that? $600 for 2 race seats. Come on now. Within the recent time that we haven't made a video, we ended up purchasing a 1999 M3 also, which I know you don't see it in the garage because it's not here anymore. What we ended up doing was pulling the drivetrain, so we got the good old S52, which is the greatest engine ever made by BMW so far, in my opinion. So we got the S52 out, we got the ZF transmission out, we got the good old the whole drivetrain we got out. And then the rest of it, I ended up parting everything out. And so far, pretty much made all our money back and then some. And that money was able to purchase this bad boy. So kind of worked out in our favor. We ended up picking that thing up for like $5,500, yeah, something like that. We ended up getting it for like, no, actually $5,700. We ended up picking that M3 up for like $5,700, and it had 178,000 miles. It was running, driving, stopping. So it was a perfect M3. And then we decided to part it out because why not take an S52 and put it into a good old E30? And if you know anything about S52s and an E30, it's pretty much like you need a pilot's license to drive it, because as soon as you throw that bad boy in there, it's pretty much you need a tarmac and a freaking takeoff and you're flying. So my boy's going to do that. He's going to take the engine, take the whole drivetrain, throw it right into his his E30, and then the rest I was able to keep. So parted it all out, made the money. So that's that. We're pretty much going to do, like I said, finish up this bad boy, do everything on this, get to work, and hopefully we'll have a drift car. And then next thing you know, you'll be seeing us kicking it sideways down the road somewhere. So I don't know, whatever. If it works out, it does. If it doesn't, then at least we tried. But that's kind of the plan with that. And that's pretty much all I got for now. I'll, keep you guys updated so you guys can see what work we're doing, what struggles I'm having with this bad boy. And yeah, so as always, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, all the other good stuff. And see you on the next one.